Hi fourth graders, welcome to our math lesson. So we're on page 207, right? Hope you're having a good morning so far. I'm filming this on a Friday and as I look outside my window, it's raining, which wow, very wet and cold outside. So thanks for joining us on page 207. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you something that you already know called casita time. Remember, casita time happens when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So on the side, if I do something like 23 over 2, that's an improper fraction. And so I need to do casita time. 23 divided by 2, 10, 23. And my remainder becomes a fraction, so it looks like this, right? That's casita time. I call it casita time because casita means little house, and that's what you're drawing here, a little house. Now, here's a really cool casita. 5 over 1. It's basically like you're telling the smaller kid to hold up the big kid so he can look over the fence, and the little kid's like, I can't hold you any longer, and so like he falls and it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just really wanted to look over the fence, kind of thing. And it's heavy, you've got one person trying to lift someone bigger than him or her. Like if I were to try to carry my sisters, they're younger than me, but they're bigger than me, I would be very weak. So here, 5 divided by 1, all right, you're trying to hold up the bigger brother. So you're going to do this, and it can't be possible. So when you casita time this, it's just 5, right? So 5 divided by 1 is 5. Or if I do 10 divided by 1, it's 10. Or if I do 12 divided by 1, it's 12. Or if I do Natalie divided by 1, it's Natalie, right? Or if I do Mason divided by 1, it's Mason. So you see, anything divided by 1 is the same number. We're going to practice this here in number 2. Because as you can see for number 2, it's a whole number times a fraction. You've only seen fractions times fractions, but this time it's a whole number times a fraction. So you're wondering, what do I do here? Well, here's what you do. You're going to pretend that this whole number is on top of a 1, okay? Because, like I said, anything on top of a 1 is the same number. So 4 is the same as 4 over 1, right? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to rewrite it. 4 over 1 times 1 over 2. And you know what I can do here? I can cross cancel. Take a look at this. 1, 1 is basically 1, 1. But 4 and 2, I can cross cancel that and divide by, they're both even numbers, so 2. So it'll be 4 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, which is 2. Oh, 2 divided by 2 is 1. My bad. So then I just have to multiply across. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. And didn't I just say any number divided by 1 is the same number? So 2. Now in the past, I had a student who would leave it alone like this, 2 over 1. And you know what? I was like, no, don't do that. It hurt me. Because like I said, it's like the smaller kid trying to hold the bigger kid. It's like me trying to carry my sisters up and saying, oh, you're heavy. I can't hold it any longer. And I would fall, right? So whenever I see something like that, even with regular improper fractions where the smaller number or the denominator is just smaller than the numerator, it hurts. So and I hope you feel the same in terms of, wow, I need to make sure I change that. So don't leave improper fractions alone. Change them. So this is the answer. Let's look at B. 2/5 times 10. All right. Like I said, you have a whole number, so you're going to put it on top of a 1. Because it needs to be a fraction, okay? The reason why we put it on top of 1, one of you is going to ask this. Why do we have to put it on top of 1? Because you need a fraction. A fraction cannot multiply a whole number. So it's kind of like also putting itself on disguise, okay? Or in disguise. So it's going to be 2/5 times 10 over 1. And the 10 is like, hey, now I'm a fraction. Now we can multiply. All right. I cannot do I cannot do 2 and 1 as a cross cancel. But I can do 10 and 5. Because the biggest number they have in common, or at least the number they can divide by, is 5, right? Like 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now I can multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. Oh, and again, that hurts. When you have a bigger number on top of a smaller number, you know, I'm carrying my sister up and I'm like, oh, I can't, I'm too weak. Plop. So I've got to change that. 4, remember, any number on top of 1 or any number divided by 1 is the same number. 4. So my answer is 4. We're going to do C and D together here in this video, and then we'll do the rest at our Zoom meeting. Unless you want to try it on your own, that's cool. Unless you already got the hang of it, all you're saying is, I just got to put the whole number on top of 1 and cross cancel. Exactly. So C, I've got 3/8 times, I'm going to put 4 over 1. Now I can cross cancel 4 and 8. They're both even, but I'm not going to try by 2. I'm going to try by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4, 8 is 2. I can't cross cancel 3 and 1, but I can just multiply across. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. Oh, it's an improper fraction. We've got to change that. So sometimes you'll have an improper fraction where like the denominator is not obviously 1, but it's still smaller than the numerator. So you've got to change that. Like I said, I would have a student who would just leave it alone, and it was like, ooh, please make it improper. Don't leave it like that. So I'm going to, on the side or on the scratch paper, maybe up here, I'm going to do 3, 2, because see to time. 3 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 take away 2 is 1. 1/2. There we go. 1 and 1/2. There we go. All right. That'll work. That's better. All right, here, so I'm going to put 9 on top of 1 times 2 over 3. I can cross cancel 9 and 3. I see the similarity here. The similar number would be 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, I can't do 2 and 1, but I can just cross multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. We gotta change that. Okay, so it is 6. All right, so what do you think, friends? If you were to rate this, 1 meaning this is still hard, 2 meaning you kind of get it, 3 you can explain it to me, 4 you can explain it to your parents. So what do you think? Where are you on the scale? I hope, even if you're at a 2, that's okay. I hope you're kind of at a 3, but if you're at a 2.5, that's okay. All right, so your seat work is to do 3. 3 is very interesting because they give you a big hint. Look for 9s in the quotient. The quotient means the answer. So this is your quotient. So what they're saying is, start with 9. Okay? Start with 9. And multiply that. And if that doesn't work, then just go down a number. Okay? But what they mean here is look for 9s in the quotient. They're basically saying, start with 9. And if it doesn't work, just keep going down. But if you still have questions, you can ask me at our Zoom meeting. All right, so that is page 207. And then seat work is the rest, 6, 7, and 8 in the back. All right? Thank you very much for these. I hope you are having a good Tuesday so far. And if you're watching this on a Monday, hi, happy holidays. Meaning President's Day. Cool. All right, I'll see you later.